Hey YouTube, welcome to the video. My name is Cycle Demand and welcome back to the video. Yes, we are doing a movie review again. We'll be reviewing Morbius, but before we get into the video, I want to say something about this movie review. If this video does actually kind of well, I will actually now take the time to make it actually like a full-on movie review. I'm not just going to throw in Spider-Man or gameplay in the background, even though I don't think anybody's really complaining about Spider-Man PS4 gameplay, because this game is absolutely fantastic. And it kind of just fit with the theme of the video, because Morbius is a Spider-Man villain. So, yeah, if you guys want me to actually like properly edit them, add photos in the background, I will just an iMovie, which will take a lot longer. So, yeah, honestly, just let me know in the comments down below, and I will gladly do that for you guys. But besides that, I want to see you guys my full and honest review on Morbius, and let's just get right into it. So, Morbius was actually kind of a good movie. I was very shocked because, little fun fact, the critics are absolutely shitting on the movie. They are calling it awful. I think it's a 17% on Rotten Tomatoes, which, honestly, why? It's actually kind of a good movie. I don't know what it is, man, but this movie's actually kind of good. Like, I think for real with you guys, my expectations were really low. Like, they were really, really low after I saw the critics, and I got the end credit scene leaked, and the end credit scene, I'll talk about that maybe later in the video. Spoiler alert for that. And, yeah, the end credits scenes are easily the worst part about the movie. Oh my god. But, yeah. Besides that, the movie actually was kind of good. We'll start off with the actors. Matt Smith was the best character, his character was the best in the entire movie. He was such a compelling villain, and I honestly wish he played Morbius, because he would make for a more compelling Morbius than the actual Morbius we got. He was very, very brutal and sinister, and overall, I would have preferred it, but he did. Yeah, Matt Smith really just carried the entire movie, to be honest with y'all. Jared Leto as Morbius was a really good casting, and honestly, he did a fine job. There's nothing really particularly wrong with his Morbius. He played Dr. Michael Morbius pretty well, and yeah. Also, he has his vampire powers are pretty cool, I will say that. And swinging to that, let's get into the action. Yeah, this movie had a lot of action, and the first thing, my biggest nitpick, or one of my nitpicks, is that Sony, I don't know what is up with these PG-13, like, kind of like scary type things, but honestly, EA should have went for an R rating with this movie, if I'm being honest with you guys. Morbius has so many scenes where, like, I'll give you guys an example. It's a scene where this guy gets his throat slit open, right? You are expecting a bunch of blood to come out, but no, here's nothing. You can tell there's no blood, and he's like gagging, and it's honestly, in my opinion, I kind of chuckled over it, because, man, you can just feel the PG-13 rating, and like I said, if it was not a Marvel property, like maybe it was like DC and that happened, they wouldn't have gone rated R with that. And honestly, Marvel, and Sony, if you somehow find this video, don't be afraid to go rated R. I would love to watch a rated R Venom or Morbius movie. That would be fantastic. Or if you're gonna do like another like more darker, not really darker, but you know what I mean, like a more darker type of character in the MCU. I'm gonna stick with that word, darker. Just don't be afraid to go rated R. Like, if you want to do, like, a Moon Knight movie, if that, like I said, don't be afraid to go rated R, because Moon Knight gets kind of brutal in the comics sometimes. Just don't be afraid, guys. Everything doesn't have to be family-friendly, which I am happy that they're making Deadpool 3 rated R. That has been confirmed, but, like I said, just don't be afraid. Okay, so that's the action. Also, CGI was actually really good. A lot of people were complaining online about how the CGI was kind of bad. I mean, it wasn't perfect. It's not like top-tier Marvel CGI, but it is still really good CGI, in my opinion. It was very visually appealing. I liked all the colors on it. And overall, the CGI was not bad. Once again, I don't know why people are crapping on the CGI effects. They were actually pretty good. And then, the overall narrative of the story. Yes, Morbius actually had a story. I know, right? That was very surprising. But yeah, like I said, besides the end credit scenes, they actually had a decent story. And yeah, honestly, even if they didn't have the Spider-Man connections, that they kind of clickbaited us, because yes, in the trailers, none of those Spider-Man scenes, except for the Venom scene at the end, which has kind of been modified a bit, was actually in the movie. The Vulture stuff, which I'll talk about later, because yes, he is in the movie, but I'll talk about that later. That scene wasn't even the movie at all. And they've done, like, I don't know, there's a whole thing with the Morbius. I want to go more in depth, but I don't have enough time to. But yeah, honestly, man, what did they clickbait us like that? But besides that, I would actually watch that movie if it wasn't had any Spider-Man connections, because that honestly it was a really solid movie. I'm very surprised with it. And yeah, okay. Now let's get into some spoiler territory. I'm gonna be talking about the spoilers of the movie, specifically the two end credit scenes, which in my opinion were the worst part of the movie by a mile, and I'm gonna go on a little bit of a rant now. So just maybe for the rest of the video, if not, or if it's not, I'll leave timestamp and the description down below, or in the pinned comment of when you guys can come back and get my non-spoilers. Okay, ready? 3, 2, 1. Birdman. Okay, so if you guys do not know, I'm gonna kind of break down the end credit scenes here. So the first one is, well, we're over in New York City in the MCU timeline with the Purple Rift from No Way Home over the sky, and it magically teleports Michael Keaton's verse Vulture into the Sony universe. First of all, that retcons the entire rule of the spell, because I believe in No Way Home the spell was all the people who knew Peter Parker was Spider-Man and they were brought in from the multiverse were brought back to the original universes. For example, Venom in the end credit scene, he knew he was just there. Didn't he know he was Peter Parker? Yeah, maybe he did. I don't know, man. I don't know if he knew Peter Parker was Spider-Man, but he was there and he was brought back to the original universe. It's not like he just was plopped in the MCU and was forced to stay, which I wish he stayed, by the way. And Tom Hardy Venom is fantastic. But so why does Michael Keaton get the special treatment? It's like, oh, well, he's actually going to be heading out of the MCU to go join Sony's weird universe thing. Like, I was honestly so confused, man. I was like, what? Like why? Like, it kind of just retcons the rules of the spells, man. Like, all the villains went home, and Morbius not Morbius, Vulture just gets taken away from his home, and it's just, I don't know, man. He gets out of prison, and that leads into the next end credit scene, which is, in my opinion, is kind of a funny one. I kind of chuckled about it because of how cheesy the dialogue is. So, what happens to this scene is, you know, Morbius is driving his whip. He got a pretty decent car, I'm not gonna lie. So he's driving his car down the road, and he stops it, and then Vulture appears. He has a brand new suit, which, first of all, how do you get a suit so fast? Like, I know the director said it's resourceful, but how does this man go from getting teleported to a new timeline to magically having a Vulture suit? He did not have the Vulture suit at the end of No Way Home. It was, I don't know, Mr. Disred, I don't know, I forgot, I haven't watched No Way Home, not My Home, Homecoming, there we go. I'm sorry, guys, I'm having a brain fart right now, but, oh my god, dude, he did not have that suit, and there's no way my man made that suit in a day, because I feel like it happened, like, in the span of a day, or, like, maybe, like, 3 days, we haven't known the timestamp, but there's no way he got that suit that fast, because he wasn't a suit made out of Atari attack or something, I don't know, but besides that, there's no, I am not convinced at all that he got that suit that fast, but he did, and he's like, hey, Morbius, you want to join a CN team thing? Then Morbius said, yeah, sure, man. That's basically the entire end credit scene, like, those two scenes are, in my opinion, are kind of laughably bad, especially the second one. The first one just kind of makes me upset as a Spider-Man fan, because it kind of retcons some of the things at No Way Home, and Sony, please, do not F up Craven the Hunter like that. Like, at least doesn't F up Morbius. I'm trying to say the end credit scene. Do not just magically make, I don't know. Say if they just pluck, what if they just pluck Mysterio? Oh yeah, Mysterio's alive. He just got teleported to this universe now, and now he's chilling out with Craven the Hunter. Like, come on, bro, just don't do that. I mean, I can see Villainy doing that, but just don't do that, Sony, please. And yeah, that is really it for my Morbius. And now, let's get into my final score rating. Like I said, end credit scenes are absolutely dog shit, and if you guys want to see, like, horrendously bad end credit scenes, just stay there, because I'll be honest with you guys, these are the worst modern end credit scenes we had in the modern day in terms of Marvel. All the other ones have been pretty good recently, but these two are just not it, man. And yeah, okay, so now let's just go my overall final thoughts and opinions. So, if you guys go to this time skip the spoilers, welcome back. I'm glad to have you guys back here. But yeah, overall, Morbius is a really, really fun movie. It had a lot of good things and a couple of nitpicks about it. And yeah, overall, I'm gonna give Morbius a 6.5 out of 10. I'm not gonna give it a 7 because honestly, I give original Venom. I still prefer original Venom a little bit more because it has the funny in it. And yeah, overall, I'm not saying Morbius is a bad movie. It's just, it's kind of good. I'm only giving it a 6.5 because I just prefer Venom. And it's not as good as Venom, in my opinion, because Venom that they're going contracts is an 8, Venom with a 7, and then Morbius is a 6.5. I think that's pretty fair in my ranking. And yeah, well, that's it for today's video, guys. Thank you all so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed my review. And yeah, I will see you all next time. Peace out, people. Have a great rest of your night or day, wherever you are. Peace out.